it's such a rare treat to have you here. I'm just trying to magnetize out of you all your inspirational ideas that would help us in our mostly solitary lives.
Well, I could read a little bit. Daily life, a product of our own constant invention, exists riveted to a grid of time and superimposed on a dartboard labeled desire. While bending backward over a bottomless abyss, seething with consumer products, torrents of the dead past and credit debt, dragging us ever downward, a luminous mirage of advertising offers its poisonous cup. Dart in hand, one pauses perhaps to consider the obscure presence, the moment, and one's choices, now usually called options thanks to the all-pervasive penetration of market lingo. The eternal present, the stuff daily life is made of, and to which we find ourselves bound, raises the question, how can we transform it? How to break the pattern of work, week-to-week slavery, that addictions. How to detach ourselves from the grip? How to break the pattern of work, week-to-week slavery, the habit of habits, the addiction of addictions. Especially ingrained is the pattern of working for someone else, making someone else's goods, producing wealth that someone else enjoys, thinking someone else's thoughts, usually believing them one's own thoughts, and even dreaming someone else's dream. In short, living someone else's life for one's own life, and one's own dream of life has long since been lost in the shuffle. But one of the things that the group really helps us do is develop an identity outside of, I work for the post office, I work in a cafe, I'm a teacher. We need identities that are much more valuable than that. And I think that that's some place to start. I know we can't particularly end there, but it'll be sustaining creative individuals, and in those creative individuals, we'll be able to do creative thinking about a new society and not just stay into the, I can't wait to get back to work because then I'll have some more money so that I can buy some packaged macaroni. And, that whole circle that we are so involved in. And unfortunately, we spread the thing all over the world. It's just getting out there. If they don't buy it when we export it, the next thing we do is have a war in that area one way or another. And then, since their food system is totally destroyed, then they get the macaroni from us, and then they like it, and then they get used to it. And we get our products to them one way or another, and we try and change their society so that it becomes dependent on the imperialist system. And it works altogether too well. It works altogether too well. To really be a surrealist, you have to want to revolutionize society and change it. And you don't necessarily have to have a particular political position.
Is surrealist anti-aesthetics? No, it's not.
No,
It's more a much bigger aesthetic,
right,
I think, than the norm.
Right. In fact, possibly each person's aesthetic might be different. But
Ooh, what a revolutionary idea is that.
But that's the wonderful thing, and it is a good thing about a group because you can't know everything. And actually, this was a point that my science class was making at Northwestern University. You can't know everything, so you tend to trust experts. But I would rather not.
Yeah.
So when you have your own network of group, a group, people know different things, you talk to them rather than the experts. And they tell you what they know, and you share your knowledge. It's important to have our own networks.
Yeah, of non-experts who are experts.
Non-experts who are experts. There never was a better expert than Philip. And he was an expert on a lot of things.
Amen. Well, you I mean, in all your publishing, you've certainly gone literally all over the map and all over history and chronologically. I mean, that's our exploration, is backwards in time and all over the planet. You know, like New Guinea art. It's there at the De Young Museum 4 miles away, and it's surrealist.
Yeah. Well, I have something to say about that. Somehow, a little pamphlet fell into our hands, and it was called the Papua Poets Series. And it had a very nice cover and kind of wood block of New Guinea sort of art. And so Franklin actually rode off to New Guinea, and he said, "Now, in this Papua Poets Series, are there other books?" And they said, "Yes." So, you don't know what the monetary system is there, so we just sent them some money, and they sent him back about 50 little books in the Papua Poets Series.
Wow.
And they're all surrealist poets
Wow.
in Papua New Guinea. Because I guess, in a way, surrealism has a lot in common with that particular creative way that people think there. And none of them mentioned the word surrealism. I'm sure it was just the poetry that appealed to them. And so we were really delighted to get that.